Hey everyone, welcome. It's time for some Stampin' fun. Almost said Stitchin' with Sue, but Stampin' Sue creates. Sometimes I forget who I am. Let me just bring my iPad up. Make sure I don't hear myself. So let's give it a minute or so for people to log in. And we'll get this party started. So if you're brand new here, my name is Susan Timchak, and I am an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. You can find replays of Hello Mary. You can find replays of Facebook Lives along with some other videos on my YouTube channel, Stitchin' with Sue. And let's just see. So Mary's here, so welcome. So as you're all coming in, be sure to say hello so that we know that you are here and we can welcome you with open arms. Excuse me. So I have my beautiful covered mug that my son's girlfriend made me. I know it's hard for me to show you it without everything tipping out, but she designed this with bees on it and gnomes. And it's super cute, and it has my hot tea in here, and I put a paper straw just to take little sips, because I'll tell you what, this little mug keeps everything super hot. All right, I'm going to move this iPad over a little bit because I could see it in the screen here. So looks like you and me, Mary. It says like there's three. Well, there's Sherry. Hello. So glad to hear the good news. Yes, thank you. It has your favorite things on it. Yes. I mean, how do people know, right, that I love gnomes and bees, but I don't like, real bees. I like the cutesy bees. So I just want to welcome everyone here. And yes, if you haven't heard the news, the MRI was wonderful news. And hello, Marcia. Good evening from Texas. Well, welcome. From up here in 64-degree weather in Pennsylvania down to freezing ice storms in Texas. I'll tell you, Mother Nature certainly is pulling a lot on everyone this year. But yes, the good news is my MRI that I had a week ago, I got the results and everything's looking good. And the swelling has gone down, and yeah, we're just very grateful. And I think a lot of it has to do with all of you that have been sending your well wishes, your prayers, your cards, and just you being there for me, and I really do appreciate it. So we've gotten over that hump. Now we move on to the next hump. So we'll see how that all goes. So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and get started, and as people come in, they can join, or if you are watching on the replay, type in #replay. So this is Facebook Live. It's Eastern Time at 7 p.m. each Thursday night. And if you missed out, then you might be watching this on the replay on YouTube. So feel free to like, comment, share, all of the above. And we want to welcome you with open arms. So we do a craft and chat every week. Always something fun, sometimes giveaways. You just never know. Been doing a lot of giveaways over on my YouTube channel as well. So be sure to head on over there and subscribe. So we are still in February 2023. We are still in celebration mode. However, the first thing I have heard thus far that has sold out. Can anyone guess? Anyone guess what the first thing? It's always fun here. Yes. And Mary, speaking of Mary, so while I wait for your answers, Mary is our swap coordinator. We have a monthly card swap. So if you like making cards and you like receiving cards, definitely give a shout out. Let us know you'd be interested in joining the private Facebook group for swapping each and every month. Owl sold out would be, nope, it's not the owls. I know, that would be mine too. Owls, no. See, that was my thought too. No, it's probably the number one thing so far. This Dainty Flowers Designer Series paper has sold out. So I'm glad I got an extra pack to hold on standby because I think that this is beautiful. But if you did, there's a whole suite, there's a whole bundle that you can purchase out of the mini catalog. It's the Dainty Delight Bundle. Item number 160675, and you can still get that and choose another celebration item other than the paper or some of the add-ons that also Stampin' Up! Has released. So first sellout from the celebration flyer, and I'm anticipating there's going to be more. So don't hesitate if there's something in here that you would like to get for free. Don't wait. Don't wait. And of course, the best offer that soon will be done is our joining special. There's 3 different options for that, depending on what you're looking for and what your budget is. And be sure to go to my online store at stampinsuecreates.stampinup.net. And you can find all the details there. I won't go through them all because you've probably heard them a million times, but it's a great, great deal, even if you just want to be your own little personal shopper. And hey, that's wonderful. 2 cards I received this week. And the first one, of course, happy belated Valentine's Day to everyone. This one came from my friend, Carol Williams. And look at the inside even. Isn't she just something? She does beautiful work. She's a member of our team, so she's a Sweet Bee Stamper. And that's our team name. So she sent me this really cute Valentine card. Love the vellum envelope. Super cute. So Carol, thank you for that. And my other friend, Nancy, who is also a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. She's not on my team, but she's just a fellow demo. Nancy Gleason. She sent me this beautiful card. For a feeling better kind of day. And this is also paper that you can receive for free in the celebration catalog. And I didn't think it was going to be my cup of tea, pardon that pun, but the more I'm seeing it, the more I'm loving it. So here it is here. It's called Favored Flowers. It's 12 by 12, and it's free with a $50 order. So it's deep, rich tones. Beautiful, beautiful. I love the die cut she has on there, and she wrote a little something, something inside. And of course, her little handmade by on the back. So that was a real nice surprise too. So thank you, ladies, so much for sending your encouraging cards and your thinking of you cards. But don't miss out on this paper. I have a feeling this is going to go too. It seems like the first thing that either goes is the most popular, of course, sets, which are usually our cutesy kind of animal sets, which I would have thought definitely was the adorable owls. But no, it's the designer series paper, because people know the quality of our paper and they love it. So speaking of Stampin' Up! And what we love, Paper Pumpkin. I know this is a double flyer. Let me just fold this over here. And currently our Paper Pumpkin for the month of March, we're celebrating 10 years of growth. So it's 10 years of Paper Pumpkin. And the best part about this, if you're not a subscriber, now's the time, because you're not getting just one stamp set in here. You're getting an additional free stamp set in here. So this March, I'm just looking at this. This March subscription box gives an additional stamp set inside, and it's absolutely beautiful. So this is a little small to read, but it's going to be, there are going to be 9 cards, 3 of 3 designs, and 9 coordinating envelopes, an all-occasion stamp set to celebrate happy moments and recognize the people in your life who help you grow, gold foil sentiments, and 1 polished pink Stampin' Spot, and 1 free stamp set to celebrate our 10-year anniversary. And all of our Paper Pumpkin subscribers. So it's going to come in this real pretty box. You're not going to want to miss out on it. I think it's like 20 some dollars only, and it comes with everything you need except maybe a pair of paper snips, or if you like a certain adhesive. Everything you need is in the box. Ink pad, stamp set, 2 stamp sets. Don't miss out on this. If you've never tried Paper Pumpkin, now is the time to jump in and give it a try, because you're getting an extra free stamp set. Really? And everything you need to make some beautiful cards. So, yeah, I don't know where everyone is tonight. Let's see, what do we have? Only 2 weeks left of celebration. Get the orders in and get free stuff. That's right. You got it. You got the DSP. It's very pretty. Great card, Carol. Yes, I don't think Carol's here tonight. Okay, so because things have been selling out and things have been back ordered and things are on wait lists, I mean, it happens because there's only so much to go around. So I thought I would showcase something really fun. This is Lighting the Way, and this is a bundle of products where you can get a stamp set and coordinating dies, and you can find it on page 18 of the mini catalog, and it's item number. Now, keep this in mind. This stamp set comes in clear or photopolymer. So it's really cling stamp. So cling or photopolymer. So cling is the one with the red rubber, and photopolymer are the clear stamps. So you have a choice of which one you would choose, and I love that. I think that's something new that Stampin' Up! Is giving a try, and by purchasing the stamp set and the dies together, you save yourself 10%. So it comes to, let's see, $48.50, so maybe add on some dimensionals or mini glue dots to get yourself to the 50 level, and then get something for free, right? So I hope you maybe overlook this. And what does it say? This stamp set is available, yes, in cling and photopolymer. 2 different materials, and it's the same price. So there's certain stamp sets in here that you have your choice of either one. So keep a watch for that when you ordered it, because I think when I ordered it, I didn't realize that. You know, that was something that Stampin' Up! Didn't let us demonstrators know. And, oh, you know what I wanted to look? I want to look in the back here, because in the back of the catalog, they always have additional samples back here. So look at this cute little sample with the little lantern, which is a die cut. Here's all the die cuts. They coordinate with the stamp set, and super cute. I just saw a card that someone used the circuits, which is, you know, the light up, where you can make light up cards, and they used that set, and they made the little lightning bugs light up by pressing on a battery pack, and I thought that that was super cool, super fun. All right, so let's take a look at this. So here is Lighting the Way, and it has, I love the fonts. Thanks for lighting the way. Follow your dreams, and you are all kinds of wonderful. And we have some leaves here. We have some little spots here, and those coordinate. Well, I'll show you what I'm going to do with those. And we have lightning bugs, different sizes. And I love this little stream where it's like the, you know, the bugs are like, you know, how when you go out in the yard, never fails, you go out there and it's like all the bugs attack you, right? So they're all coming on. They have a mission, and they're all coming to get you. So I have the, like I said, when I ordered it, I did not realize that it came in 2 different types. So I got the red rubber, and you'll notice when I turn it over, now don't be frightened, when I turn it over, the way that the rubber was cut, I wanted to get a little bit closer. So if you're going to do this, this is perfectly fine, but don't put your sticker on first, because here's what happens when you put your sticker. So you can see how far off it was. And sometimes that happens when Stampin' Up! Goes and cuts them. You know, they have a lot of excess rubber on there, and I don't like that, you know, because I want to stamp nice, clean, and I don't want those extra pieces. So here are all the dies. Let me move all these things around. When I was playing, I always do extras of everything. And I love this because these little tiny lightning bugs, these here, and I'm going to show you those, you get 3 of those. So you can cut out 3 at one time. Here's the lantern, pieces of the lightning bug, a lightning bug, and then you can stamp the lightning bug, and you know, they all kind of work together. And I like that they have the wings separate from the bug, and I'm going to show you that too. So super fun set. Oop, and the little one that got away. So if you passed by this one, maybe by the end of tonight, I would have changed your mind that you need to have it, right? Okay, so let's start off with something easy. And I saw a fellow demonstrator do this card, and I thought, ah, look how fun that is. So I thought this would be perfect for my customers and my friends that come and watch. And let me just grab some of my necessities here. I'm missing my bone folder from my pot. Oh, there it is. Okay. And the other day I was using this for something I shouldn't have, and it actually cracked. It has a crack in it. So I used some of my Tombow glue, and I glued it together. So I think that'll be on my list. I'm going to have to get a new one of those. So first off, I'm going to grab my little silicone mat to have that handy. And I'm going to bring in a whole bunch of ink pads. And if you're new here and you're like, what is she doing? I have everything pretty much put together and ready to go, because I know your time is valuable. I don't want you having to sit here for the whole entire night. So I do a lot of work ahead of time. So here is the first card, and I thought that this was so cute. So if you're kind of like, you know, I'm not sure what to do with this, I don't know. So start off with something simple like this, and I'm going to show you how fun this is to put together. So this is our basic card, cut 8.5 by 11, cut in half, and scored at 4 1/4. And I need my little bone folder. So this is going to be our base card. So we're just going to put that aside for now. And then I have a smaller piece that's cut at, let me think here. It's cut at 3 3/4 by 5. And this is the piece I'm going to stamp on. So let me get all of this here. And I'm going to use this silicone mat a little bit later when I'm doing some gluing. Make sure y'all can see me. Okay, so from the stamp set, now it comes with 3 little dots. Okay, so these you can use, well, I'll show you how I use the large one, but you can use these little dots for backgrounds, or you can use it on the butt of the little fireflies, because there's 3 different sizes. But I'm going to use it as little dots. Oh, my little guys are flying away here. So I'm going to use the middle size one, and that would be this one. And I have a small block here. All right, so let's start off with our lightest color first, which is, well, I didn't do it. Saffron was for another card. I don't think, no, I didn't do that. I have Daffodil Delight. This is an old style pad. I've never replaced all of my ink pads. So, you know, that's okay. All right. Do I want to do the saying first? Nah, we'll do it later. Okay. So I'm going to stamp a couple of these little dots. I'm going to do 3 of each. And I have my little chamois over here that I'm going to clean on, because every time you change a color, you want to clean your stamp. I thought I just got my hand in there. Okay, next up we're going to use a little Orchid Oasis. And let's go ahead and do that. And I just started re-inking my pads because I realized I don't remember last time I did. And boy, what a difference that makes if you just take your little re-inker and go ahead and re-ink your ink pads, it just does wonders for them. And I'm thinking I don't have the right colors. No, did I do that color? No, I didn't do these colors. These are for another card. They must have fallen over. Hold on a second. This is for the next card. Here we go. Now we're cooking with gas. And I don't know what I'm doing, folks. These things happen. All right. Actually, I think I'm using the wrong colors. I think I was supposed to use them from my little thing over here, but that's okay. All right. And these all, I think, are going for other cards. So let me just take off my little rack here. Here I have soft seafoam. So let's use that. And you could tell this soft seafoam, I must hardly ever use it because it was even so hard, so hard to open up. I was like, wowsy. Okay, I'm going to clean that. And I think I need some pink in there. Get that back in the stand, my ink pad stand. Okay, so I have some Blushing Bride. Yeah, that was what I was supposed to do. I'm using totally the wrong colors, but in stamping, there's never wrong colors, right? There's the opportunity to be creative. And I think I'm going to stick with that for now. See what I mean about getting these closed? I have noticed, though, that I am lacking a little bit with strength in my hands. So I'm going to have to start doing some hand exercises. All right, so I want to do the Follow Your Dreams. And I'm just going to mount that on there. And I'm going to use Memento Black. I'm going to try it first on my scrap. There we go. That's good. And I'm going to put it right there. Oh, I'm right off. Follow Your Dreams. Ah, okay. Well, no worries. No worries. We can flip it over if we want. Let's do that. Then I could do the right colors I was supposed to do. But if you don't know, I do have part of the illness that I have affected my vision. And it also, not that I'm making excuses by any means, but it affected the right side of my, what do you call it, peripheral vision. So I've been noticing, you know, I'm still having issues with that. And this is the wrong one. So I'm not trying to make an excuse why I just zhushed up the card. I'm just, you know, it's part of my illness. So we learned to work with it. We'll just flip over the paper. Okay, so now we're going to go back. We're going to use the correct colors. So this was Pool Party. Then next is the Seafoam. Soft Seafoam, is that the name of it? It's very faint on here. Yes, Soft Seafoam. I hardly ever use this. Do you guys use the Soft Seafoam? Look at what a pretty color. Those two colors look great together, don't they? Yeah, these are better. They're lighter colors. All right. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the Blushing Bride, and I'm not going to close that. It's just going to make it easier. Look how soft these colors are all together. And I'm just going down the row of the colors in the same color group. Alrighty. And let's see, next I have Highland Heather. So we're going to do a little Highland Heather. I was just watching on, I watch a lot of YouTube, and I was watching these people that I follow that are from New York, but right now they're down in Florida, and oh my goodness, they were at this boat show. Okay, let me get my yellow. My yellow is going to be So Saffron. No, it's not. It's a mango, the mango one. And let me tell you, they're at this boat show down in Miami, And the weather there, oh, I was like almost drooling because it just looked simply gorgeous, the weather. And I'm so jealous because I was like, oh, I wish I was there. But I'm not. Here I am up in northeastern Pennsylvania and enjoying the 60-degree weather, which is soon coming to a close. Okay, so I'm going to bring in one of my little fireflies, and I'm going to stamp one here, and I'm going to stamp one down here. Okay, so you can see how quick this comes together, as long as you don't stamp off your paper like I did the first time. But that just goes to show you that no one is perfect, and I am not either. All right, whoops, get back in there. All right, so now I'm going to get those 3 little fireflies. 1, 2, where's the little third one? And sometimes things go missing on my desk too. 3. All right, and I have a small piece of basic white. I'm going to bring in this small little buddy here that I have. And this is one of the items that you can choose in your starter kit if you like. And it's a small, we have a big one and this one's a small one. It's a little cut and emboss machine. And it comes with everything you need. There's a base plate, and look at how well loved this is. Base plate, a cutting plate, and oh, there was my lady in the box. I have her set up to let me know what the weather's going to be the next day, so she just did her little notification, and she's just going to have to wait because I'm not ready yet. I'm just going to put my 3 little buggies there, and then we have our top face plate. Now, when you're using these, there's been a lot of issues with people with questions. And the good thing is, don't use it on top of paper because it makes it hard to do. People have been saying that they're having issues with it not going through. Here's my biggest tip for that. Stagger the plates, okay? Don't put them all. We all want to put them all together and do this. But there's a little bevel edge on here, and by doing that, the machine can't catch that. So stagger up those plates however you want to stagger them, but stagger them up, and it'll go through a lot easier. And sometimes there's a little learning curve with it as well. So there's your big tip for today with using your little mini stamp and cut emboss machine. All right, so we have our 3 little lightning bugs, and we're just going to keep them white. I don't think I need that again, but I'm just going to put it on the floor. So in case I'm like, where is that? I'm going to go ahead and bring in my mat and my card front. And I explained last week, I went to take the wrapper off the cover, and I just kept going, and the whole wrapper came off. So yeah, that happens too. So I'm going to put one here. Oops. I'm going to do 3. Seem to do things of 3. 1 here. And I'm going to put 1 here. Like that. Oh, stuck to my finger. There we are. And Miss Dory's in here. Alrighty, okay, so there we're good with that. So let's get our base card. Now, if you notice on here, I have it raised up. And one of the good things you can do if you want to raise up items, and I want to put this all the way around because it's white. And if you did it flat like that, I mean, that's okay too, but I want to raise that panel up a little bit. So what I'm going to use for that, and I'm going to bring in these are our foam adhesive strips, and you get a lot of them. And a lot of times people think, oh, they only use these when they're making shaker cards. But no, they are also good for adding to the back of your card to raise it up. Let me show you how easy they are to use. I'm just going to use my finger and cut it that way. And let's see, let me put this down here. And I'm just going to pull it like that. Yep. And here's a little piece here I could stick there. And I'm going to peel off another strip. So I need one to come down. Let's do it this way. You could cut these if you want. I'm just being lazy. I don't want to cut them. Come on. Just going to use my fingernail and pull it off. And another piece here. And stick the one I didn't use there. Let me tuck that away for now. And peel off the back. But I'll tell you, seeing that weather down in Miami, I don't know. I mean, I think it would be wonderful to be there in February and the cold months. But I don't know if I'd be able to live in that. This is just going to get applied right to the front. To live in that like in the summer, you know? Like, I don't know, but I sure would enjoy it in the winter. Okay, so there's our first card, Follow Your Dreams. Isn't that cute? I'm not going to put nothing on the inside. I started having naked insides because I don't know what I might want to send this card for. So we're going to leave it at that. Okay, so that was card number 1. Hope you liked it. I will take pictures of all the cards and post them on the Facebook page here. So let me see if I missed any questions. You almost can't go wrong when combining. Yes. All right. Mary, you're the only one chatting. Is anybody else here? All right. So let's go on to card number 2. Well, yeah, let's do this one. Okay, so again, when I do these, I've been doing where I focus on the one stamp set, because you may see like that one card and think, oh, you know, but sometimes you need to see a variety of cards. So here's another fun card, and this is Thanks for Lighting the Way. And look at how beautiful that is if you do it in the gold or silver paper, or if you have copper. And on the inside, you are all kinds of wonderful. And I've been seeing people use this little bug different ways. I've been putting my wings on top, but I think I've been seeing people with the wings underneath. I don't know. What do you all think? Wings on top, wings on the bottom? What do you think? What is your thoughts on that? All right, so I have things pre-cut. There's my little wings out of vellum. And I have one of these already made in case I zhuzh it up. And I used copper on this. I don't know if you could see the difference in the metallic paper. Copper, and I think that's brass. So whatever you have. If you don't have that, you can just use plain old cardstock. Okay, here's the other part of that little bug. And this one I did with this package of silver foil paper. And this foil paper has like lines in it or something. So let me see how this looks. And the wings, they're really fun because they have like the vines. I call them like vines. People were doing this with it underneath. What do you all think? Underneath? How would it go? Wait, hold on now. Oh, I have it this way. This is the way I have it. With it underneath? Do you think on top of it or underneath? I don't know. We'll see. Okay, I have a piece of our smoky slate, and this color it's the in color. And I always have to look. Starry Sky. And I have some basic white. And on top seems the best. Yeah, that's what I thought. But even in the catalog, I looked, and in the catalog, they show the wings underneath. But this is our in color glimmer paper. They come in 6x6 sizes. And I love this paper. And it's gradient in color. So I thought, well, this will be fun to put underneath. So can you see how it kind of, you know, has, I'm not sure if it's showing up so well there, but it has like glistening, like as though the globe is like glowing. That's what I thought. Anyhow. Okay, so here's our base. And the gray piece is going to get glued on top of there. Whoop. Whoop. This was so fun to work with this set. I just kept cutting out lanterns and lanterns and lanterns. And if you have, there's a stamp set in there that's like a camping set, that would be perfect to go with this. But when I saw this little lantern, I actually have 2 of those lanterns. They're green. And I just thought that that lantern was so cute. And I got it because of the die cut, the lantern. That was my reasoning. Okay, so this piece will be for inside. And here's a piece of the basic white. And the basic white is cut at 3 3/4 by 5. And let me get my colors. And I'm going to use basic gray and old olive. And I have a little mechanical pencil. And I have a Stampin' Up! Blender brush and a not Stampin' Up! Blender brush. We won't tell anyone, right? Our little secret. All right. So we're going to do our background. So with old olive, I am going to bring in some of these leaves. My little buggy keeps falling off of here. And did I just put, yes, I just put my finger in there. You know when you stick your finger somewhere and you're feeling a little wetness? Yep. That's how you know you stuck your finger in the ink. That's all right. It's non-toxic and it's washable. Okay, so I'm going to take my little leaf and I am going to ink it up. I'm going to, what's that on there? I'm going to stamp off. And I'm just going to stamp these in the background. I guess I could stamp without stamping off. Give myself a little easy background, right? Easy peasy. I put that there. All right. So yes, if you're not a member of our swap group, don't hesitate because it's a lot of fun to join. All right. I'm going to bring in some balmy blue. And, you know, we can't have a white background, right? We are going to use one of our blender brushes and go right into our ink pad and go off a little bit and give ourselves a nice sky background. I'm going to go down in the grass area too, because, like, why not? So if you wanted to give these blender brushes a try, this is a great way to get started by doing something like this, that it doesn't really matter if you zhuzh up a little, because you just add a little more ink or pretend it was a darker area in the sky, and there you go. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to close this up. And I think I'm going to use that again. I don't remember. I got my inks all zhuzhed up. Okay, so next, next I'm not going to do my other stamping yet, but I will open it up. Okay, so let's bring in, so I took the die cut for this little lantern and I cut it out of the copper paper. And what I'm going to do is I want it to go in the center, but you can't die cut it because if you put it through the die cut, these center pieces poke out. So what I want to do is I want to cut it so it's going to fill in the back of the lantern. So that's what the pencil's for. I'm just going to kind of lightly go around the outside, just a rough estimate. And then I'm going to trim that out. Okay, that's good enough. Let me get my scissors. And I'm just going to cut this out. Now, I've seen people where they've taken the lantern and they've cut out the centerpiece and cut out the handles and made them different colors and all that. You can do all that if you want, and kind of make it different colors. All right, so let's see how this is going to fit. Sometimes it needs a little adjusting. Oops. And if you don't fumble fingers like me all the time, you would be good. All right, let me just see here. Let's bring in my little silicone mat. If you don't have a silicone mat, you need to add that to your orders too. Because if you're working with glue, it won't get your whole surface filled with glue yucks. It'll kind of, the glue will be on here, but it just rolls right off. And you can use these if you have photopolymer stamps. You could stamp on using this as a base. All right, this is pretty good. So I will do a little more adjusting after I kind of adhere it. So I'm just going to put little tiny dots of glue. And see, it's going on the silicone mat. If I had my paper underneath, my paper would have been all gluey and sticky. And when I'd go to, put my next project down, it'd be stuck to the paper. So this way here, don't have no worries of that. And don't worry about what's poking out. We'll trim that later. All right, so let's take that, and I'm just going to put that on top for now. Okay, so what is next? I moved my garbage can to the other side, and I'm so used to going to one side. Okay, so let's bring this in, and we'll have my other one. So I did have this one already done, so let's just use this one. And what I want to do is I want to put this near the bottom, like so, and then I'm going to stamp my saying. All right, let me get another. So I'll just put this one aside over there. And let me get my saying. All right. Okay, so into the basic gray. And let me see. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Everything I stamp is always crooked anyhow, so I don't really worry. They're handmade. Oh, that's pretty good. I did pretty good with that. All right, so that, and then I want to stamp a little bug, a little lightning bug. So let's put him here. Like that. Clean my stamp. I'm kind of like a nut with cleaning my stamps all the time. And then I'm going to take this little whoop-de-doo. You could use that for a background. That would make a real cool background. And I'm going to put that like this. So the bug, that's the way the bug was tooting around, right? Are you liking this card? Let me know. Show me some hearts or leave a comment, or depending on, whatever you want to do. Okay, so there's that. Oh, I forgot my inside. Let's do the inside. You are all wonderful. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Okay. You love this card? Thank you, Mary. I was looking for my other, oh, my block is there. Okay. Inside a card. Here we are. Sometimes things just get lost on my desk. Okay. Now I'm going to stamp this. Let me see how straight I'm going to be. Oh, yeah, it's pretty good. You really can't go wrong, because if you do, then that's where you go and you put a little bug or something, right? You just improvise. I always tell people that, if they want perfect, they could go spend $10 at Hallmark. And that kind of, makes them go, oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to glue this on the inside, and then I'll put my little, oh, here's my one. Put my little bug. And put a little bit of the liquid glue So yeah, I wonder where everyone is tonight. Not many people here tonight. I may have to give cards to whoever's here. Just for thanking you for being here. Okay. Yeah, so I think, Mary, I think we are right. I think the wings go on top. I really, really do. I mean, I really do. Okay. That's what I'm going to do. So now my lantern, let me glue this on. And the lantern I'm going to put up on dimensionals. I think the next card is probably, well, I like this card too, but I think the next card is probably going to be, and I think this was the inside one, because it looks off a little bit. And it looks crooked too. Let's see if I can fix that. Let's move it down here like it was supposed to be there. So I had to pick a new primary physician. I think I could put something up there. I don't know what yet, but something. And I made an appointment to go see him. So I saw him yesterday. And then today I had my team of doctors that, you know, the radiation and oncology and the surgical and that team I saw today. But I'll tell you, I met my new doctor, and can I just tell you how much I love him? He is so wonderful, and I left there feeling so good. My other doctor that I used to go to, I won't say any names, but I'll tell you what, I went to him for 20 some years. Oh, I think I just broke my nail. I did. 20 some years I saw that other doctor, and yeah, I don't know why I waited so long, but anyhow, I changed insurances, so I had to pick a different doctor. Okay, so there's that. And I thought I had a nail file here. Oh, we'll worry about that later. Okay, so little buggies. Let's put little buggy, if I could pick them up. A little buggy here. Like he's flying to the lights. And then a little tiny bit of glue dot with the glue. And I always get confused of how these wings go. Yeah, they're going up. Just going to put that right there. And I'm going to put something up there. I don't know what yet, but I will finish that later because I used the wrong one. I think this was the one for the outside and that's the inside. But I'll put something up there. Any ideas, let me know. So there's that cute little card. Let me show you. This was how it should have been. And I think that one's super cute too. I think they came out really, really cute. All right, so that's card number 2. All right, let me clean this up. And the other lantern, let me get that. So you could see where there's a couple little pieces poking out. All I did was I just went along here and carefully just, oop, didn't want to cut that much. But just carefully cut around, and don't cut off your lantern like I just did, but anyhow, just carefully trim around. And you wonder why I have one already made up. That is why. Oh, at least I laugh at myself, right? You gotta laugh at yourself. Okay, so we have one more card to do. Thank you for hanging in there with me this long. Really do appreciate that. Oh, let me show you. Here's the different lanterns I've done. I've done some with the black, some with the red. I got a bunch of bugs there. I did some with the green. I think there was a few I did. I mixed and matched. Here's the silver one. You see how different they all look? I think they're so cute. And I don't know where the one is I mixed and matched. But anyhow, this is what I like to do. Is if I'm cutting, I just cut a whole bunch of them. And I keep it. Here's a whole bunch of the bugs. I keep them in this was what the dies came in, because I put my dies on a magnet sheet, and then I just keep that with the stamp set, and I have a whole bunch cut out ready to go. Okay, so final card. Let's flip this over. Final card, and I think this is my favorite. And I did lots of ink blending on this one, and I absolutely love this one. So I hope I remember how I did it. Anyhow, we have our, this is the, let me get my ink pads. Okay, so I used So Saffron, I used Daffodil Delight, Starry Sky, which I did Night of Navy. I don't think I did this blue. No, I didn't. This was from the other card. And Orchid Oasis, which this card base is Orchid Oasis. And let me get my materials out. And I believe this is Daffodil Delight. So I did a layer of Daffodil Delight, just a little smidgen, little tiny smidgen cut off of that. And I want to make sure I'm doing the right ones this time. And this is going to be just a little 4 by, let me make sure I have the right one this time, because I'm going to, I don't want to do what I just did. Okay, so this one is going to be the one that I'm going to put ink on. A little bit of basic white with just a little smidgen cut off of that. So these we'll put all aside. Those will be for our layering. And ahead of time I cut out, this is a brass little lantern. That's what I'm going to use for the one I'm going to stamp. And then I did a couple of these little lightning bugs. And on the night, is it the Night of Navy cardstock with white embossing powder and Versamark, I stamped this, and I just cut around it. Just did a little quick fussy cut around, and that's going to be our saying. Okay, so most important part is going to be all this background color and how I got it. And it's super fun. You're going to love it. I promise. All right, so let's get started. And you're like, ooh, that's a lot of colors. Yep, that is. Let me just get them all lined up here. This one. All right, so I'm going to start off with this little circle. That's something always on my paper. That's what's going to be right in the center of the little lantern. So because I'm not sure where that's going to be, and I'm going to start with So Saffron. So I'm not really sure. So what I want to do is I want to bring in my lantern, and I'm just going to kind of figure. So it's good if you do all this ahead of time, because you could kind of get a layout of how it's going to be, because you don't want your lantern to look like it's floating up in the sky. So if you kind of put the little saying underneath it, and your little lantern, that looks good to me. So I'll take this out. And I'm just going to kind of remember where that is. Good luck, Sue. All right, so I'm going to say it's right there. Okay, so there's our first thing, first dot. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to bring in the medium circle. And I'm going to figure, I'm going to bring my lantern back in. So that's going to go there. And I'm going to figure and put one up here and one over there. So look, it looks like it's looking at you. How about that? Okay. All right. So I'm going to close this up. Well, no, actually I can use some of this. Let's use some of this. So what we want to do is we don't want it to be so defined with that circle. So we're going to go with our, again, our little brushes, and I'm just going to kind of lightly go around that circle. And that circle. I'm going to be layering colors. Well, first off, it's going to be kind of a light color. Little circle around. And this isn't a quick process. So if you think, you know, you're going to whip this card together, the longer you take, like you would take more time than me, but the longer you take, the better your card's going to come out. Okay. All right. So this is, what did I say? This was the daffodil. So we're going to add a little bit of a daffodil color here. And a little bit here. I'm going to try to use the edge if I could. We now have smaller brushes. So those would come in a lot more handier than these because you would have a smaller head on it. Because you don't want it to be too big. All right, that looks good enough. Okay. So I'm done with yellow. Where's the other brush? Okay, I'm going to bring in, first I want to do some Orchid Oasis, and you're probably thinking purple. Yep, yep. And, yep. What we're going to do with this is we're going to go around a little bit of purple. And build the color. Make sure you don't get a blotch like that. But I'm hoping the lantern's going to cover that. And you're best to do light and go over it multiple times, because once you go too dark, you kind of can't take it away. It's a lot easier to add more. Take away. Oh, somebody just tooted the horn. Maybe they're watching out there from the outside. All right, I think that's good. Okay, so next color we're going to bring in is Starry Sky. And no, I'm not cleaning my brush, but I do have one for the last color because that's really dark. And you can wash these brushes. I haven't done it yet, but I just try to keep, you know, blues for blues and, you know, reds for reds. Okay, so now we're going to add, whoops, I didn't mean to go over this thing like that, but oh well, it happened. I'm going to add some of the Starry Sky. And this is a strong color. But you'll see some of the purple will be peeking through. Yeah, and I didn't really want to do that, but not too much I can do about it. My lightning bug will cover a lot of that. And leave a little bit of the light color around the outside of these little circles. And again, like I said, you would be taking a lot more time. My initial one took a lot more time than this one. Okay, so you can still see a little bit of that purple peeking out. And now we're going to go with Night of Navy. And I'm going to add some of that. Now this is a really strong color. But you want it to be super dark down at the bottom, because that will make it look like your lantern isn't just like floating in outer space. Okay, I'm just going to go a little bit lighter up above. But I think the Night of Navy is really what adds the sky look to this card. Trying to use the edge of it. Okay, well, you would take more time than this, but I want this to be super dark down here. And you see how you can make it darker and darker and darker, and you can do this however dark you want it to go. All right, I'm going to end there because I got inky fingers. I'm just going to rub them on my chamois. Unfortunately, when you work with these dark, bright colors, that's what happens. But I just want to be careful. Let me get my what do you call it? I can't think of the word. Alcohol, whatchamajigger. That sometimes helps with the ink. Okay. All right. So let's put the card together, and hopefully I don't have ink all over. I probably should have done that first. And you know what? I'm going to move this out of the way because I don't want that getting on my card. All righty. So I'm going to glue the daffodil to the card base. And then the white. Whoop. Okay. And then this one. Okay, so now on the lantern, that's going to go right there. So see how that'll cover up. Okay, I want to put that up on dimensionals. Where do my dimensionals go? I just saw them. Oh, they're right here. They're... Use a couple of dimensionals to raise the lantern up a little bit. Seriously. Should use my take your pick tool, Sue. You wouldn't be struggling. Okay, I know. Alright, peel that backing off. Yep, they're all off. And I figure where this is going to go. And this will go right there. It's crooked. There. Okay. Do I have my minis? Here's mini dimensionals I'm going to put on this piece here because this isn't very wide. Here we go. And that'll go here. Okay. Then I'll put my little bugs. Put that over there. Oops. Oops. Maybe a glue dot if your bug's trying to fly away. Oh, and I forgot to do one here. Alright, well let's just do two bugs. Oh, I forgot to do 3. Okay, well 2 is fine. And then what I'm doing now, we don't sell these anymore, but the white gel pens are wonderful for this. If you have one in your stash, an old one, or you know, you can get them anywhere. I just thought adding some white dots to make it look like stars just added a little something to it. Just like that, nothing fancy. Just make it look like, you know, there's little stars in the background. And I think the original one came out much better. And of course I had 3 bugs on there. But there's that card. Now inside you can do whatever you want on the inside. But the more you play with it, the darker the color can get. And otherwise I think they came out really cute. I have an extra bug. I'll just throw him in my box. Throw him in the bug box. All right, so let's bring in and clean all this up. My trash. Bring in the rest of the cards. And what all I did tonight with this fun bundle of products. So, of course, we had the little, let's put this one on top because that one came out nicer. And then this one here. Now, if you were lucky enough to get that paper before it sold out, that was my other thing, was I was going to use the paper for a background. You know, that would, the dainty, what is it called? Dainty flowers or whatever. And then this real simple card. But all in all, I think they're really, really cute. Let me make sure you can see them all. And all my crap out of the way. So there we go. And this one has a glare on it. Let me fix the light. I have so much crap on this desk, I can't even see. Okay, so there you go. Super cute. And, oh, they look better on the screen than they do on my desk. They are very cute. So if you haven't thought about this bundle, give it a second look. Because I think you could do a lot of fun things with it. I'm hoping to play more with it. And here's the bug that they showed here. And see, they put the wings underneath, you know. But you can also stamp the bug and then use the stamps to color them in. And here is one that I was telling you about where you can make the handles a different color. You know, you can do a lot of things with it. But I think it's a real cute set. I like the sayings in it. And like I said, if you're a camping person and you have that stamp set that has the tent, I think that would really be fun to accompany this little lantern set. And you know, I want to see this. Can you tell the sparkle on this? I'm not sure if you can. Oh yeah, a little bit. But I thought that that was a fun way to fill in the background. So anyhow, I want to thank you for joining me tonight. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. And have a wonderful weekend. Stay warm, stay safe, and stay inside and stamp and be creative. And again, don't forget, if you are watching and you're not yet a member of our swap group, now is the perfect time to join. You only have to make 1 card, and if you don't want to do 1 month, you don't have to do it. It's just a fun way to meet some new people, to share some projects, and hey, you never know what kind of ideas you may find from other people. So again, thanks so much for joining me, and until next time, I'll see you then. Bye, everyone.